Shalom. Hello. Hi. Uh, it's I don't know what to talk about today. It's July 21, 2022, and it's very, very hot outside, and maybe today we are going to hit the record for uh, the temperature here in Sweden, and and that make me think about how they are talking about the global warming that is going on, and I wonder why they are talking like that. And of course I know that is their agenda to get the money for what they are working with, and research and those things, because like they say today, that some of the records of how warm it is have been for more than 100 years ago, that we maybe can beat now. So it have been very, very warm weather for 100 years ago, and we have also my mother was talking about how cold it was in the 30s, 1930, for 90 years ago. The winters there was very cold. So this is with the weather, it have been always been this way. It's not much to do with how we live our life, but of course it's good to think about it, but not be so frightened. I know one day, it was in the late 80s, and they were talking about that it was going up, the temperature. We got warmer, and it should be the end of the world because it's going to be so very warm. And I sit and wait at the bus in the morning, and a woman was sitting there with me, and she said that she was so scared because of the temperature should be so high, so we are not could live here on earth, she said to me. And I said to her, what they are talking about, it's way far away, so we don't live here anymore. It's more, what they talking about is 500 years from now that this global warming will be. And in the media it sounded like it should be tomorrow, this. And this agenda have going on for lots of years, and maybe they were talking about it 1901, when we hit the warm record here in Sweden. 19, 1901. 1901 is 121 years ago. So if you worried about this global warming, or sometimes in the winter time they say about this global be colder also, and that the pole, they say that for a long time ago, for maybe 15 years ago, that it should be a shift of the poles, but it have changed, but that have changed in a spirit way, but not literally. We don't see this. So it's their agenda. It's something they want from you. That's why they say this. And sometimes is it because they have nothing to say. They have to do their work. So they got their money, their salary for write something, and then they come up with something that doesn't exist, but it exists in the text or what they are saying. And what I had to say today, it was only a small thing, but a great thing, very great thing, is that yesterday I got more money. I got more money from heaven. And the first time I got much money, I couldn't see where it coming from. It doesn't say that. But this time, yesterday, it dropped into my bank account money, and it says it was from Nazareth. So that I take it, I connect it with Jesus about it, and it's a spirit already here, and my already very strong spirit is on me now. So maybe is it Jesus that is coming through now, because what I was started to say about Nazareth and Nazareth in Israel, and this what the Spirit was talking about the last episode. It seems come more clear that I don't remember what he was saying, but it was about this is coming a new season, and that those butterfly and bees and insects that is on my plants, my flowers, will make the seed, and it will be good seed that coming down in the soil. And now I more understand it in that way. It can be talking in many different way and hit different people. So for me, it seems like it's coming money into my bank account, and it is the seed, and I don't know what is the future, what the plan is for heaven, what they want me to do. I don't know yet, but it seems like they want me to do something, but it seems impossible, because is going on now. It's increased this with a new virus coming all over the world, and this new I don't remember what the name was, but like Corazon, like that word for that virus that is the new that hit, and we have not got it yet in Sweden, but they have got it in Denmark, and I live so close to Denmark, so I can look at the traffic in Denmark. I am so close, so I can see the traffic in Denmark. So it maybe is here now, today, and I have to be careful about it. But this new virus is, it doesn't, the vaccine doesn't beat on it. So even if they are full vaccinated, they can be sick and die of this new virus variation that is on its way to spread all over Europe and in other countries. I think they say it was coming from India, and they travel. Those people that live in India, they travel, and there is people from India that live here in Europe. So it's spreading. I didn't get so much money this time, but that money I got yesterday, it was at least money for one night at these expensive hotels. So I'm going to visit Israel in November, I say, and I have bought the flight ticket to Israel in November. So it's there, and if it's drop in like this money I got yesterday, it's okay, because that make me could have all the money for the hotels. I have paid for the flight ticket, but the hotel is so expensive, so I don't know how to sleep in Israel. First of most important is that I need to have a real address, because they're going to ask me on the airport. They did that. They took me aside. Last time I was in Israel, there was a big old man that took me aside, and he asked me about where I'm going and what I was doing in Israel. He asked me, so it maybe will be the same this time, because why they are looking at me is not about how I look like, it's how I act, because I'm so used to take a flight. I am used to travel, so I don't look like a tourist. I look like someone that could be into some money, carrying with me much money, but in Israel it doesn't matter, because they I am allowed to take with me whatever I want to bring into to Israel, and they want me to bring in much money to spend in Israel. So but they wondering, I travel on my own, and then I am not frightened to be there on my own in another country and be on the airport. I know exactly in Israel the airport. Well, I know how to walk there, and so it seems like I'm very often traveling, and they wonder why I travel so much. And last time I say that, I was told by God that I should visit Israel, and then I should meet Benjamin Sedaka. I say to this man, and everyone know who am Benjamin Sedaka. He is a famous person, very famous in Israel. And I told him I'm going to meet Benjamin Sedaka. So he say, okay, go on, he said to me. And that I maybe should say the same thing again too, if they stop me. And even if I am not going there, but I don't lie, so I can't say that, but I should. But I need a real address to come into Israel, and that is to be at a fancy hotel, not fancy, but those expensive. All hotels are expensive now that I can order from Sweden. There is cheap hotels in Israel, but I can't reach it from Sweden. I have to go through an agency to find a hotel, and they don't have any more those cheap hotels. They have either is it expensive hotels, or else is it hotels that hostel, not hotel, hostel, that you sleep together with other people, foreigner that you don't know who they are, and they check your belongings and want to steal, and many of them today is it that you are mixed men and women, so there can come a man into my bed in the night, and I sleep very, very hard and don't know what's going on because my brain, it's only locked down, it's stopped working, so a man can be in my bed. So that's not a good option for me. I need to have a private room in Israel, and to get a private room is very expensive. But God is not about money. He don't see the money in that way. So what I need, he give me. And I don't take it for granted. But in that way, I take it for granted. Now the Spirit's on me because I say this. I take it for granted in that way that it's what's happened that will make the decision. if I should take the flight to Israel. I don't need to take the flight. That's my catch. That is so beautiful that whatever happened around me, and if I don't get any money, or if I get the money, that decide if I should stay at home over Christmas and my birthday will be here in Sweden, sitting on my own here in the grey, cold weather, and make some kind of celebrate myself on my birthday. Normally, when we didn't have the virus going on, I always bring myself to a little more expensive restaurant and have a dinner. Mostly I go with a ferry from Sweden to Denmark, and the ferry have a restaurant, so I can be at the restaurant and eat nice food, or be in Denmark and eat a nice food in a fancy restaurant for my birthday. So, but I can't do that if it's virus is going on. So everything is open. I am okay. I'm safe in that way that I got that money and I paid the flight. And those money was not from me. That money was from heaven that I paid the flight. So it doesn't matter. I'm okay. I am in peace because it's heaven that decide for me if I can travel, fly to Israel, and the Spirit is on me. The Spirit, it have no genders, but I maybe say he because I have to say something like, or she. The Spirit is saying these things that we took care of you when you traveled before. You had a problem before, and we bring you into the country. And it started already year 2000 when I come to United States and should be homeless and walk around in United States because God wanted to send me to United States. And I was not allowed to come into United States. They thought I should work under the table, work without permission to work. And they also saw that I have overstay in Texas. My husband never make anything to help me out. That I say to him, I need to have visa if I stay for a long time in Texas. And I was staying there 11 months. And it was a mark in my passport that I have overstay. And they saw it when I should come into United States in December 18, 2000, and I should be sent home with an next airplane to Sweden, but I never did it because heaven was helping me into the United States, and I have told you about what happened at the airport in Seattle. And so, and then it have been more places like this in Utah. When I was traveling, I fly to Salt Lake City, and I had a soil with me, and the heaven make me not. The man that stopped me, he forget to look at my suitcases where I have the soil, because he had problem to bring me in, because he couldn't take any picture of me and he couldn't take fingerprints on me. So he be so full of stress and anger. So he let me go into the airplane to from Canada to United States, there, the border there, and forget to look in my suitcases. So heaven have done many things to help me into a country. So this spirit is saying that don't be worried, don't be worried, don't have fear. The spirit are saying this to me now. It's he said that they have brought me in, and they have make me coming through in many ways. And I say to the spirit in telepathy that I need to come through with as a prophet, as a messenger from you in heaven, to talk to more people than what I can reach in a podcast. I need to really come through into this world to tell them what is going on, that there is a God, there is a heaven for real. It's not a fantasy. There is a God that is behind everything. And I maybe can't say for the whole world about the mother of every start, the mother of all the beginnings. I can't maybe not talk about her, because that is very hard to understand. But I can say, talking about God from the Old Testament, the God that is should be in all these holy, for those religious people or traditional people, those holy books they read, that it's the God is who is God. And I have talked about this in my podcast, and you that have not followed me, you should listen at my episodes, all the episodes, but because not all episodes have the title, so you can know where the angel is coming and talking about God and heaven. And I try to write in the title when God is coming and talking, so you know that. But in most of the episodes there is spirits coming through and talk. So if you really want to know the truth, and the truth will set you free, because you be distinct, you will really understand what is going on in the world that most people don't see and don't ask. They are scared about it. It was on Facebook yesterday that I follow a Swedish man that he have been into drugs, alcoholic, and he have been criminals, everything. And then he is saying that he have met Jesus, and Jesus is God. He is saying that, and he have many people follow him and believe that what he is saying and everything he do. And it is people that have been into drugs or are into drugs and alcoholic, and they have him as like a forerunner for them, and they stop with Jesus. They don't know God, and I'm very interested to know what's going on in this Jesus group in Sweden. So I look at his what he post and what the people are talking about, and they are not so very smart people. You are not so very smart going into those addiction and not can go out from it, and to try to escape from addiction. Then you're not so smart when you hold in that and believe that the addiction is to help you. And I watch every morning this with the ambulance, and this time is it from Australia, and this morning was it people that have done drugs, and they say that people that I buy the drugs from, they say it should take away my pain in my body, and those in the ambulance they say that when you buy something on the street, you don't know what it is you take into your body. It can be something else than what they are saying, and it can be that drugs can be not be clean, so it's other things in it and can kill you. They say that, and it's not very smart to be out on the street and buy drugs from someone that you maybe not know. You maybe know him, but you don't know him really. What they are out for of course they want the money and from you and selling what they say is drugs, but it can be whatever in that. So it's not smart at all. That's what I'm talking about. That it's more like you go with the nature in your body. You want a quick fix, so you take those drugs, and take you away from problems in the world, you think. But as soon as you wake up from the drugs, when you be more clear in your brain, the problem is still there. So that it doesn't solve the problems for you, but it maybe kill you. So they are not smart, these people, and how they think about the Bible, and they say we are not under the law, and we don't need to read the Old Testament, and they only read the New Testament. So, and they say they read the Bible, but they don't read the Bible, because the Bible is both the Old Testament and the New Testament. So they are wrong, these people. But it's interesting for me to see how they are thinking in this Christianity in Sweden. And you know that I look at I'm observer, so I check out all other religions also. But here in Sweden there is most Christian people, so I look at the Christianity in Sweden. So it was it was about this with a ghost. He was talking about this man, and he said that it was scary in his house because he heard a ghost, he say, and there were a group of people coming to his home, and they were praying in their way. It doesn't work. It maybe work for a little while when they pray in Jesus' name. It maybe work for a short time, but it doesn't last. Those, because they have to be under God, the real God of the Old Testament, but they are under the God of the New Testament. That is what they think is Jesus. So it doesn't last, those things. But they have prayer because they think that those spirits that is talking to him is evil. But I know this man have a son that was killed when he was young. He was maybe 20 years old, and this man had this son, and maybe it's his son that tried to take contact with his father, and this man denied him and say that it's demons that is talking in his home, and they try to avoid as much as they can and think these things is evil. And this spirit are saying that to me, that some of the spirits, when you deny that there is spirits that want to talk to you, and you don't want to listen and treat them like they are demons, he is saying this. Some of those in heaven be frustrated, they be irritated. They don't be angry, but they be irritated, and they push on much more to could talk. We are not evil, we are not evil, we want to talk to you, like that they are saying, and they push on, and that can go wrong. So it seems like it's evil forces that is in the home, but they want the attention from you. By often they take down the picture on the walls, they stop the clock, and those things, and it can happen that things are moving in your home from one place to another place, and these sort of things, they really drastic make you to listen at them, but until the end they understand that you are not ready for them, you are not ready to listen at them, so they take going away. But in this break, before they understand that you will not, you are too scared to listen at them, before they know that, they test you, they test you, they test you, try to take contact with you, and it can look like it's demons in your home, but they try to take a contact break with you, and people cut off this silver cord that they have with heaven, and I'm sorry that they will know it in the heavenly court one day. It's much going on around my house now. They are cutting grass and doing things here now, so it's time for me to end, because the spirit is disturbed that I am talking to you in the next episode if it's something I have forgotten to tell you. But what the main thing was that it's continue that money drops in from heaven. Thank you for listening, and God bless you.